go. Hey, thanks for jumping in. And if you don't know it and you're listening to this only audio like on Spotify or iTunes or any of that, I go live on Facebook and YouTube with these when I do them. So I'd appreciate you jump over and connect with me there. Links are in the show notes. And what am I doing jumping in your feed at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday? Well, I'll tell you all about it here in a second. Of course, got to do some housekeeping. What you're listening to is one of two types of formats that I have within the show. This is B-Raw Bites. It's about 10 minutes long, and it's about shit that's on my mind. On opposite weeks, I have 60 to 90 minutes, and I have a guest or two on, and that's a lot of fun. We talk about, we have a subject that we connect with, but then we go off the rails and talk about everything and anything, and those are a lot of fun. Imagine if I rolled up to you at the airport and we just struck up a conversation. That's kind of the format of it. Everything you want to know about the show, you can check over on the website, brawpodcast.com. Got some blogs over there. Been a lot of fun writing. Never thought of myself as a writer, but it's a creative outlet, which is cool. And pictures everywhere you can listen. And of course, the the newsletter. That's a little sunshine in your inbox once a month, and super lighthearted and just things that been going on with the show and other things. And outside of that, I got the two companies that help keep this project going down the road. And I do call it a project for a reason, and I'll get into that in a later episode. High Speed Daddy. These guys make tactical baby gear, backpacks and lunch boxes and stuff. I've had the backpack since my son was born, and we love it. I recently got the lunchbox, and of course, both these things I use on the regular. It's not just baby gear; it's everyday stuff that you can use. I use it on the film set. Been doing some filming lately. You'll see that coming out. These guys are great. Jump over there, give Craig hell for me while you're at there. And the crew, of course, over at Live Rishi, been using these guys for a very long time, about a decade. The Rishi rub is phenomenal. Check that out. Link is also in the show notes. Give them hell as well. Now, I love some quote. I love a good quote. Who doesn't love a good quote, right? And I got this shit piled up on my desk. Got Post-it notes everywhere. And I try to line it up from what I got talking about in this episode. And this one is from a guy that I've been listening to for a long time, probably a decade. It's a crazy cool story how I found him. But I've learned a lot from him. He helped me build a successful video company, with some stuff. And I still listen to him to this day. And the quote goes, "What you think about, dream about, talk about, and focus on will become your life." And that's from Andy Frisella. Now, I'm just going to tell you, he is not for everybody, but I truly enjoy his content and his delivery. His delivery is great. It kind of speaks my language. So if you like what I'm doing here, it kind of goes along with that. He's pretty rough, but he gets to the point, and if you're a bitch, he'll call you that too, which is awesome. Now, on to this show. What is it? It's me, this microphone, you all listening, whatever's in my heart and on my mind. Take what you want, leave the rest. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. Now, today, a couple weeks ago, I put one of these bites out, and it was about that dreams don't chase you back, which they don't. And we all know this. This is first grade shit. If you want something, you got to chase after it. But I had a quote in the beginning that says, "Build a life that you don't need a vacation from." Now, that comes from, I was on vacation when this instant that I recalled in the episode, go back and check it out if you would. But it was from a conversation I had with a guy at the gym, and he actually said that to me. An older gentleman. He's like, "Just remember, dreams don't chase you back," which is pretty powerful in itself. And I got some incredible amount of feedback about that episode, which is cool. I love you all for doing that. I'll take all the feedback that you can give. I have thick skin. I do not bruise easy. But all this stuff, all the feedback I got was very positive. And what they wanted to hear me expand on building a vacation you don't need a life from. Building a life you don't need a vacation from. And I have done that. So I'm going to talk about my experience and the examples I'm about to give you. I lived through, I dealt with, I pushed through, I got through onto the other side. And I know you all have experienced this, and you're all going to be pointing at the radio going, fuck, yeah, that's me. And if you're not, well, good for you. But let's start with work because shit, everybody, that's where you spend most of your time, right? So there was a point in my life, and it was for a very long time, years, that on Sunday, I would physically get sick knowing I have to go to work the next day. Like my guts would be on fire. I would feel like I'm going to shit my pants. Knowing that I have to go to work the next day and deal with what I got to deal with. I was raised that, you put 20, 25 years in a business or in a company and you get a retirement and you move on and you do those kind of things. Obviously the world is not like that anymore, but at this time it was. So my attitude was you fight through it, you get through it. Doesn't matter if it destroys you, you have a family to supply for. We know the whole scenario there. And at the same time, I was in a relationship. I was very unhappy. And this was the kind of relationship where I was finding shit to do every night, every morning, every weekend, so I didn't have to be home. I would drive home, sit in the driveway, stare at the house and go, fuck. Wonder if I just drive to Florida. Just put it in drive and go. Wonder how long it would take for somebody to, deal with that other than your job, but we've all been in those situations. And then going back to work, you're going to work on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day, and you're white knuckling your steering wheel and you're staring out the window and fuck, now I got to listen to Betty all day and cracking what she's been doing and how light gray haired life is. And Alex over there, that he's going to be the next millionaire and he's been talking about that for 4 fucking years and you're just pissed the whole time and you're just rah, rah, rah. And then the guy cuts you off and you're yelling at him. And anyway, we all been there, right? Yeah, I know. Don't be fucking shaking your head. You haven't. We've all been there. I realized that this is not cool. Like, was I thinking that this is the way life is? Like, this is the way married life is. This is the way a man gets through life. No wonder he goes to the bar after work and stays there till 7, comes home and listens to whatever he listens to and goes to bed and goes to work the next morning and repeat and repeat. And there was a time I was sitting in my garage back in my old home, drinking beer, staring at my motorcycle going, I need to fucking change. This is not cool. I did make a change. I moved all the way across the country, got a different job. Soon after that, I got a divorce and met my wife, current wife, and loved the job I was at. That I moved across the country. I fucking loved that job. I skipped to work every day doing it, which I do now. I am in a different position, but then I started listening to Andy Frisella. I listened to this guy for a while and he talked about visualization and I have become, this was almost a decade ago. It was a long time. No, this was like 15 years ago. I became a huge component of visualization. I think it's amazing. I think it works. It's undeniable to me. And anybody wants to have a conversation with that, I would love to. So at that time, I was happy with the job I was in, but I was unhappy in the relationship. And I started visualizing a home that I wanted to be in, a partner that I had, that not just a wife, a partner that we enjoyed being together with, and we had the same goals and children and this kind of thing. Like, and again, you've heard me say it before, when I visualize the texture of the car, the feeling of the steps when I walk down the steps in the home and the smell of the paint or that type of thing. I would get super deep into it. Well, all that's come true. I have a home that I love being in. And when my wife and I were looking for our home, we had the comment all the time, let's find somewhere that we wanted to be at on Friday afternoon. And we didn't leave again till Monday when we went to work. We have since built a life that we do not need a vacation from. Do we take vacations? Absolutely. Do we need them? Sure. But is the narrative, let's take a vacation so we get the fuck out of here, get away from this bullshit? No. Our narrative around here is, let's go on an adventure, AKA a vacation. And that's our attitude when we do take a vacation, because you should explore. And another thing that we use is money is a lubricant for experience. We love going, traveling, checking out new things. Do we have a great life? Yep. Do we work very hard at it? Yes. Does it take consistent effort to maintain this life? Yes. I don't come home and sit in my lazy chair. I don't even have a lazy chair. Anyway, I don't come home and just sit on my ass and be like, oh, this is life. No, I work very hard at it and love doing it. So whatever your path is, if you're unhappy at the job, unhappy at the relationship, my thing is 80-20. If 80% of the time I'm in a good mood and I'm skipping to work, life is fucking good. 20% of the time, it's still good, but I'm not skipping. I'm like, shit, do I need to do this so I can get back to the 80% of the time? Absolutely. It's not bullshit. It's not like crazy stuff that I hate, but stuff that needs to be taken care of. So that's my attitude with building a life you don't need a vacation from. You just got to rip the Band-Aid off, man. If you're not happy, I understand that you might be a single dad that pays child support, or a single woman that has 2 kids and that kind of thing, but you got to maybe take one step at a time. I don't know. I can't do that for you. I can't say that for you, but maybe this will motivate you into taking that first step. And I hope it does. Feedback would be great, but I'm going to get you. Oh, wait a minute. One thing I did want to touch on, and it's a little off the subject. Many years ago in the late 90s and early 20s, I was in the bar business and I did security for a lot of country music bands, a lot. And I met a lot of country music people. And one of them was Charlie Robinson. He is easily in the top 3 people that I met that's cool as shit. I had the honor of sitting talking with this dude for multiple times, and his music, especially the album Life is a Party, got me through a very dark time in my life. He passed away on September 9th of this year, 2023, and it saddened me because, again, he affected my life, and I do enjoy his music. So, bro, thanks for everything you did. I appreciate it. And wherever you landed, the music just got a whole lot better. But it does add to the overall message is build a life that you don't need a vacation from, because we're here for a very short time. This dude was 52 when he passed away. 52. I'm 48. Whoo, man. So do what you got to do to make you happy. Even if it does take the Band-Aid off, and saying no. No is a complete sentence. Remember that. All right, man, I'm going to get you out of here because I know you got shit to do, and I got shit to do. I got to go get my little man, and we're going to go to the park and have a good time. But don't forget High Speed Daddy and Live Rishi. The links are in the show notes. For sure, give them hell while you're over there for me, please. These guys do great things. They're local companies. They work very hard and they produce great products. And I'm honored to support both of them. And I'd like to sign off the old podcast with some facts about my hometown or my home state of New Jersey, and sticking with the vacation theme. The #1 vacation spot in good old New Jersey, of course, if you didn't know, was Atlantic City. It's got a little bit for everybody. It's got the beach. It's got the boardwalk. For us degenerate gamblers like myself, it's got the casinos and a lot of other entertainment, live entertainment, and all that good stuff. So Check out Atlantic City. Man, if you're down there playing some cards, holler at me, man. I'll come meet up with you and we can lose money together. All right, man. Remember, don't act cool, be cool. Till next time.